Okay. The graph below shows a proportional relationship between the number of bags of chocolate and the number of chocolates. So we know that this relationship is proportional because it tells us that. And we can see that it starts here at 0, 0, the line does, at the origin, and it goes in a nice straight line. And so those are the two characteristics of a proportional relationship. So I agree. Between the number of bags of chocolate, so you can see that is here, the number of bags of chocolate, and the number of chocolates. The question says, what is the constant of proportionality for this relationship? So we are looking for the number that is being used to multiply our x values by to get the y values. So what number am I multiplying these x values by so that when I multiply it, I get the equivalent y value? Also explain what this value means. We're going to have to do some explaining. Okay, so I'm going to look at the graph, and I think a strategy I'm going to use is to make a table so that I can see the relationship in a different way as well. And this is bags. And this up here is chocolates. Okay, so I'm going to look at the number of bags. I see one for one bag of chocolate. It kind of goes just a little bit below the line for 10 chocolates. So I don't really know what that value is. So I'm going to put a question mark because I'm not exactly sure. Might be 8, might be 7, might be 9, something like that, but we're not sure. So then we go to 2. Same thing for 2 bags of chocolate. It looks like, well, I'm not quite sure. Could be 16 or 17, but we don't know exactly, so we'll put a question mark. And we look at 3, I see the same thing. Looks like it could be 20. If I come over here, maybe 23 or 24. So 3, we don't know. And 4 looks just slightly above 30, so maybe 31, but it doesn't hit that line exactly. So we can't be sure where that is. If we look at 5, 5 is different. 5 crosses, the point is where the intersection of the x values and the y values are known to be exact numbers. 5 intersects right here with 40. So for 5 bags, there were 40 chocolates. And remember, the constant of proportionality is the number that we are multiplying by to get from our x values, to our y values. What am I multiplying 5 by to get 40? Remember, we can use the inverse operation. So we're multiplying, so the opposite of that is to divide 40 divided by 5. If you aren't sure how many 5s make up 40, you can always count by 5s. That is equal to 8. So 5 times 8 is 40. That means the constant of proportionality is 8. Okay, that means for every 1 bag of chocolates, I multiply by 8, and that gives me the equivalent number of chocolates. So every 1 bag, there are 8 chocolates. So we were close with our estimation of 7, 8, or 9, but now we are 100% sure. So let's answer our question in complete sentences. The constant of proportionality for this relationship is 8, period. This value means, this is my explanation, that for every 1 bag of chocolate, there are 8 chocolates. Right, if we look at the graph, for every 1, here's the 1 bag of chocolate, there are 8 chocolates. That is the meaning of the constant of proportionality.